Philadelphia, loaded with arms, loaded with bats. I don't think the Phillies are a complete baseball team. If they had more spray hitters to complement all the guys who bomb, that would make them a complete team, but boy, they're good. His name is Wheeler. His name is Nola. His name is Suarez. His name, future, is Andrew Painter. That's a really good rotation that Philadelphia has. Philadelphia's improved their bullpen. And, of course, Philadelphia's got the bats. That's Bryce Harper, and that's Trey Turner, and that's JT Realmuto, and that's Schwarber, and that's Castellanos. This whole team is virtually back intact. And I will say this, their starters rack up lots of starts, lots of innings, and none of them have broken down, which is kind of marvelous. I just got Philadelphia winning, but I tend to think this is the toughest division in baseball. Atlanta, Ronald Acuna is back. Spencer Strider is on the way quickly. Chris Sale coming off the Cy Young Award winning season. They were really chewed up by injuries, and all those guys who were hurt last year, led by Acuna, are back. Riley, Michael Harris, Ozzie Albies, Ozuna, and then the arrival of Jerickson Profar. This is a really good, complete baseball team. The only difference, I think, between Philly, which I picked to go first, and Atlanta, which I picked to go second, I don't know if Atlanta has the same quality of arms that Philadelphia has in the rotation. I got them. Third place, New York Mets. Juan Soto. How does he emotionally hold up to the pressure? The contract, the pressure. He is the bat with Alonso and with Lindor. And the fact they don't have pitching. That's a big issue in New York. And everybody might be excited that Soto signed with the Mets and all that. Well, now we'll start playing for real. And when their rotation looks as shabby as I think their rotation looks, I think they got all kinds of problems the New York Mets have. I'm just not sure where the innings are going to come from. And they start the season without Frankie Montas and Sean Manaea, and that's 2/5 of what was supposed to be a fixed rotation, and they're not there with significant injuries. I got Washington finishing fourth. Once upon a time, they gave us Bryce Harper and Juan Soto and Steven Strasburg, and you thought, oh, this is really going to be a franchise for years and years, and then free agency intervened, and they're all gone. They might be a year away, but they've got a collection of really good players, thanks to trades with the Padres, if you will. James Woods, C.J. Abrams. This year's vintage rookie is Dylan Cruz. Does Mackenzie Gore become a true innings guy? He's been a horse. He's made a lot of starts, but he's not been as dominant as they really want him to be. They do have some young arms they think are going to come help Gore in the rotation, but they don't have enough in what's really a tough division. I got Washington fourth, and then Miami. I got a misfit of an owner. I got a bad stadium situation. Got a marketplace that doesn't care. Sandy Alcantara is now finally back from the elbow surgery, but the rumor is they're going to try to trade him. Low payroll. They lost the number 2 starter, Ryan Weathers, already for 6 weeks with a forearm problem. That's a mess. So, John, at the end of the day, all those teams I talked about, that's a big boy division. That's a really tough-ass division. What do you think about the NL East?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's just a lot of money, a lot of firepower, a lot of frantic fan bases. The Phillies, I noticed, are moving Schwarber off of the leadoff role, which I thought was really weird when he only hit like 200. But granted, he hits bombs. They're moving him down. They're moving Trey Turner to the top of the lineup. Doesn't that make more sense?
Well, it does to me, because you got guys on base. And you still got the bombers in the middle of the lineup. So, therefore, don't get an automatic out more times than not with Schwarber there. Schwarber does hit home runs out of leadoff spot. I concur with you wholeheartedly. But move him further back, get some other on-base guys. Suddenly, guys hit home runs instead of solo shots. They're 3-run shots.
Yeah.
Philadelphia is really dangerous. And in that bandbox of a ballpark, I mean, that roster is constructed to fit that ballpark. Okay, you're into the National League East. Feel free. Jump on board. Fans Forum chat box is open. We go from that